Hey guys, welcome back to Magical Diary. We are on episode 4. I realize there are some considerable time spaces, but that's literally because there's gaps between playing. It's not often that Rowan and I can get together and play, so I'll post these when we can. I'm not quite sure what we did last time, so it'll take us a minute probably to remember. I do see that we're not doing good on our stress situation here. It's quite high, and our merits are really bad. We're in trouble. That's for sure.
I think this is when they had that little night party and she looked at a fairy.
It might be.
I don't know.
It might be. Okay.
Hold on. I gotta practice her voice.
Oh yeah.
What should I say?
Well, that's Professor Grabbing right there. He's saying "Speak for yourself," which I think is your person too, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Say, "My name is Professor Potsdale."
My name is Professor Paston.
Perfect. You may want to get a little closer so it can hear you. All right.
Speak for yourself.
Wrapping his cape around himself, he vanishes into the darkness.
He does. Meanwhile, you know, angry creatures from the other world can be extremely dangerous. Not the ones here at the dance. I wouldn't allow any guest to dangers to it what?
That dangerous.
That dangerous to attend, of course. I want you children to blossom here, to reach your full potential. You have to be able to take chances and learn from the consequences. I see. It's too bad about Saturday, but at least we'll have tomorrow off. It wouldn't be a good idea for you to return to the dance now. Off to bed with you then.
She smiles and walks away. Well, at least I know there really are spirits here. Classes are canceled on Friday, so we get to sleep in and let out some stress. Oh, good. That was significantly reduced. That's good. After lunch, we come back to the room to relax. At least Virginia and I do. Ellen sits at her desk and pulls a large book off the shelf and lays it down, closed, in front of her and sighs. What's up?
Nothing, just the dance. Did you get detention too? What? No.
Friend? What happened to you?
I used spirit vision. They didn't like that.
Oh.
You could have warned me.
I didn't know. I've never tried it. But what about Ellen? Did Ellen even have a date? The reaction is immediate. Whoa! I'm sorry. Are you okay? What happened? She scrubs her face and sniffs, trying to push the wetness back into her eyes and failing.
Nothing.
That doesn't look like nothing.
Nothing happened. Nothing will ever happen. He said, because of you.
Wait, what? Me?
Because of your roommate. So it's like, I'm his sister too.
Sis, you liked Donald? I smacked her on the arm.
No, you idiot. William.
Oh. I thought he swore off girls after Angela. That butterfly senior who was so nasty.
He went out with her? She's awful.
That's why they broke up. Look, Ellen, I'm not going to go to the sensitive stuff, but I know my brother wouldn't want to hurt you. No, I don't want to quit. The hell, Mal's just doing whatever up there.
Didn't say he did.
Well, I want to make you feel better.
I'm fine.
Virginia sighs.
Change the subject.
Ellen's obviously unhappy, but maybe she'll feel better if we talk about something else.
So, what about you, Virginia? You still haven't told us who you like. Which boy is it that's better than Jacob?
I don't like any boys.
Any girls then?
No, I don't like anybody that way.
Why not?
Maybe I have high standards.
There must be somebody that sparkles a little for you.
Nobody like Professor Grabiner.
Oh, God. Maybe you just don't realize it.
That makes no sense at all.
I bet the person you really like is...
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Say William, accuse her of liking her brother.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Who does she like? Who do you think?
Damien, no.
She might.
Oh my God, because she's always, like, raving about him.
And talking crap.
Yeah.
She probably does, and he's just not into her, and so she's like, ah.
Jacob. Who's Jacob again?
I guess somebody that she likes. I don't know.
Pastel?
That's a girl.
I don't... Ellen. Ellen!
You want to accuse her of liking Ellen?
Oh, Ellen's just gonna...
Yeah, she wouldn't like that.
Probably. Let's just say Damien. Damien.
What? Why? I hate him.
That's what they all say. What?
Oh, exactly. That means you must be full of pent-up tension. That is not how it works.
Well, no, not for real. Just work with me here. Imagine that you could, like, whoa. That's pretty weird.
It's okay.
Imagine that you could, like, tie him up and punish him. He's pretty, right? And he's been bad.
He's pretty. So funny. Sounds like Fran's having fantasies.
Oh no.
You're wicked.
You like that?
She sure does. I don't know, but for him, I could try.
Did it just get...
You got some weird points.
Oh, I thought cute.
No.
It's like, what?
You two are weird. Well, that certainly seems to have taken her mind off it. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered.
Finally.
I get up and go to my destination.
That says detention?
Same thing. It's where I was destined to be. When I arrive at the room for detention, it seems that the professor hasn't even bothered to turn up. Donald is here, scowling down at a notebook in front of him. He doesn't pay any attention to my entrance. There's a thick blue library book on the table, with folklore and mythological compilation on the cover with silver lettering. Next to it, a piece of paper headlined with my name in Professor Grabiner's handwriting. According to this note, I'm supposed to read the list of selected fairy tales and identify the most common failing of the human heroes. I flip through the book quickly. Ethne and the Bride, Beauty and the Beast, the Sea Nymph, East of the Sun and the West of the Moon, The Gift of the Mountain Spirits.
Like half of those.
Yeah, I know, right? All of these stories are true, or just the ones he picked out, or none. I've heard some of these since I was a little girl, but they were never mentioned.
Joko?
Joko?
Joko.
Ow, Joko.
Joko.
Or dances like the one we had. I'd better get to work. I sit across from Donald and he smiles at me.
Don't you get tired of being in here every Saturday? Hey, you noticed. Noticed what? That I'm here.
Hard to miss.
Well, that's sort of obvious, isn't it? You'd think. I beg your pardon?
He leans back against his chair and smiles.
Do you have any brothers or sisters? Huh? No. Do you want them? Are you offering?
That's funny.
Yes, take them, please.
He shrugs.
I know you and Virginia don't get along, but what about William? You're brothers. You don't have a lot to share. You must have a lot to share. You know what you asked me earlier? William never asks. Which thing I asked you earlier?
He doesn't answer. The silent moment stretches. In the distance, I hear footsteps echoing down the hall.
Hey, friend, do me a favor. Okay. Ask William what he thinks of me. I swear, all of them have a crush on William.
It's his brother, too. That's probably true, though. And with that, he turns and heads back to his work, just before the door opens. Grabby's back! So I'd better act like I'm paying attention to my assignments. By the end of the afternoon, I've finished taking notes on the fairies of these stories. They're all completely different. One will give you gold if you're polite and give you a hunchback if you're not. Another will only give you treasure to people who insult him. One hero defeats an army of elves just by digging a hole in a hill and sprinkling with salt. But in a different story, a king lost his whole country and was cursed for 100 years for looking at a fairy woman naked. I have no idea what I'm supposed to learn from this, except maybe that dealing with fairies is a bad idea. It was boring work, but it's over now. More stress. I'm walking along minding my own business when suddenly I feel a gentle touch on the back of my head.
Turns around and slaps that person.
I turn around and slap that person, but there's no one nearby. Then I notice something white drifting to the floor. Paper? With a few long strides, William crosses the hall to reach my side.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Oh, William, it's you. He picks up the paper airplane and winks at me.
It was supposed to go over your head. No problem.
Now that I've run into him, I have a chance to ask him something if I want.
I can't remember what voice I gave him.
I don't know. We give him a different voice every time. That'd be fine.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. About Donald or about Ewan? Crap. Never mind. No. Which one do I like more, Donald?
Well, that's not really the point.
He probably just sees him like as a brother.
No, that's not what he's saying. How does he see him? He said, what does he think of me? He kind of wants to know if his brother thinks he's a piece of shit or not.
Oh, well. But Ellen, like, has feeling.
Right, exactly. So, is your brother a piece of shit or do you like Ellen? Or why do you shun Ellen?
Never mind. No. Don't actually.
Okay, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Let's do Ellen. Sorry, Donald. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. Ellen, I think I messed up. I exposed Ellen. What am I gonna do? How am I supposed to live with myself? Okay, Ellen really likes you. Right. Look, I like Ellen. She's sweet, but don't take this wrong. You guys are still really young. For me to be involved with her in a romantic way wouldn't be right. I'd be taking advantage.
I mean, they probably are 3 or 4 years apart. Like, do you?
Like,
basically.
Shh. We are not romantically involved.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I know it's none of my business. Just be careful, okay? You're a good kid. You deserve to be happy. So does she. A lot's going to change for you and Ellen in the next few years if you stay here. Stay. Oh crap, it's not that deep voice.
Unless you get kicked out.
Stay? What do you mean?
Your shenanigans.
Well, you're both wild seed. Sometimes people with that wild talents decide they don't want to be in the magical world after all. You and Ellen in Virginia are just getting started. I'm graduating at the end of the year. I'll be gone. Think about that, alright?
He twerks and leaves. He tweaks my nose, grins, and goes on his way. He twerks down the hall as he leaves. Alright, what do you want to do?
Let's look at my spell book. How many pages do I have?
Just 2, apparently.
That's real good.
That is pretty whack.
Okay. Close it.
We know you ain't got nothing in your inventory. We don't need looking at this crap next week. Alright, what classes?
Well, I am doing pretty bad in green and black. So let's do mostly green and black. So green.
I like that. Is that good?
Actually, how about we take out that green? And what else am I slacking on? Yeah, let's do a little bit of white. White.
From my angle, I can't see the colors. I was like, maybe you should take the mouse.
I'm alright.
I can't see the colors.
I don't want it.
All you gotta do is click and choose things. Whatever.
Success. Gain 3 green magic, 3 stress.
Excellent. Ooh.
Heal. Cost 5 mana. Cures minor injuries and
ailments
on 1 living target. Oh crap, no. No. Alright. Okay. Please, kitchen clubs.
Kits and cubs.
Oh.
Kitchen clubs. That's not what this is.
Please. Please, kids and cubs, take your seats. There are some things we should talk about before your magical education progresses any further. Most of you know yourselves as either a boy or a girl, and that identity may be important to you.
Wait, is this going to be sex education?
But even with humans, sex is not always as simple as male or female, with nothing in between. And in the magical world, there are many more possibilities which you should be aware and respectful of.
Guess not.
Some entities are sexless and will be confused if you address them by masculine or feminine terms. Some can change gender roles at will, or be both at once. Some beings have more than two sexes. That's weird.
Right? Well, I guess they could have the they.
They.
He, she, they.
All of which can be difficult for the English language to cope with. Many living beings will take offense to being referred as it.
Yeah, nobody likes to be called it.
Although not all. It is wise to ask those you meet how they prefer to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
To make things easier, we witches and wizards have our respectful pronouns to use when gender is other or unknown. Repeat after me. E-M-R-S himself. I muttered
the strange syllables along with the other students, feeling a bit confused.
Here's a way to remember. Someone with enough magic can say whatever he wants. Success! Success! Gain 2 green magic and 2 stress. Da-da-da-da! Da-da-da-da! Pink. Then people can tell you apart. Oh, Fran. Hey, Luke, can you go on for a bit? I need to talk to Fran about something. Sure.
He sounds like a donkey.
Catch up with you later, man.
He poses nonchalantly while his roommate walks away, but once Luke is out of sight, his face falls.
No, Donald. Should have asked Donald.
About Donald. Now you have to make up a lie.
So did you talk to my brother? What did he say about me? I haven't had a chance. I haven't really had the chance to talk to him. I don't see him that much. Right. Sorry I bothered you. No!
Aww.
Ow! Please make yourself comfortable, little Science.
I'm gonna let you butcher that word on your own.
Shignets. We have a serious issue to talk about today. Many of you have learned something about the subject from your parents. Others will know less or nothing at all.
Wait, is this going to be sex education?
The world you see around you is only the tiniest fraction of all that exists. There are infinite realms which exist outside of our own space and time.
Guess not.
The nearest such realm is that which we call the other world. What a creative name. You may also have heard it called Elfen. are the dreaming or the high hunting grounds. There are countless other worlds, but the other world is particularly the realm of this world shadow. Like a shadow, it is always connected. With enough white magic, an adult witch or wizard can travel the spirit gate from anywhere in this world. Oh, whoa, I've never seen that face before. However, you students must not enter the other world under any circumstances. Can any of you tell me why that is?
One hand eagerly shoots up.
Yes, Minnie?
She stands up. I don't remember if you were Minnie or if I was Minnie.
How about you just take this role?
Because the karmas feed the souls of human children, because magical children, and they are drawn to the unwarded human who enters their realm. It takes them approximately...
Thank you, dear, that will do.
Minnie closes her mouth and sits down.
So she was just standing there like, what'd you say? The outer world is a wonderful place. Magic flows more freely there, and many witches and wizards choose to live there for a time. But we are not native to it, and we are not immune to its dangers. Do not attempt to pass the gate, not even with an adult to guard you, not even with a powerful spell or artifact to protect you. Not even with a friend who has been there before you and told you it's safe.
Like Damien?
Some of your classmates have other than human heritage, but what is safe for them is not safe for you.
Like Damien?
Most importantly, if a spirit invites you to the other world, do not accept, no matter what you are promised.
Like Damien?
I am not saying this to frighten you, or to challenge you to find a way around my rules. If you disobey, I will need to punish you, because you will be gone. I will not need to punish you. There we go. Now, let's get back to brighter subjects. We can talk about the other world later, and I'll bring up some lovely paintings to show you. Success. Gain 3 white magic skill and 3 stress.
It's been a stressful week.
Awareness. Expand the caster's mind to visuals nearby locations, marking them known. Might be useful.
You can see clear across the room now.
Oh, wow. Whoa! Gain 3 black magic and 3 stress. Trigger. Sets off simple delayed effects or traps within the caster's current location. Can be dangerous. Uh-oh. Success. Gain 3 black magic and 3 stress. We need to take a nap soon.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Hello, Fran. Did you enjoy your dinner?
I suppose it was alright.
Really?
Yes. If you like your chili on the bland side.
I thought so. There are many secrets here you probably haven't found yet. Such is the best place to have a good meal. Would you like to come to dinner with me tomorrow? Off campus?
No. At the mall food court?
Near the mall, but not quite part of it. It's called the Glen. It's magic only. The professors go there when they're too tired to travel, and visiting parents who want to take their student children somewhere nice.
I thought parents weren't allowed to visit.
Non-magical parents aren't supposed to visit.
Oh.
So, would you like to go?
Is it a date? Are you asking me out on a date?
Does everything that happens between a guy and a girl have to be about dating?
No.
I enjoy your company, that is all. I want to show you the Glen. I think you will really like it.
Alright. Alright, sounds like fun.
Great. I'll meet you tomorrow at the mall. He tilts his head in farewell and walks away. On Saturday morning, the mall and allowances are delivered.
Are we only getting $5 a month?
A week.
A week?
Yeah.
That's really gay. How are we supposed to get out to the...
Save. We're halfway there.
Halfway. Do you know how long it took me to get this far?
Well.
Ellen, there's a letter for you. Oh, it's from my family.
Ellen carefully works her finger under the sealed envelope flap, opening it with the minimum of tearing, and then unfolds the letter and begins to read.
Nani? What?
She drops back into her bed with a thud and stares at the paper in her hands. What is it?
It's nothing. Just a change of plans. Apparently I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. You can stay here and eat this bland chili. What? Because it's a long way for such a short break, so it's better for me to stay here.
Is that what you want?
That doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. It's not my decision. I can't go home on my own. They don't want me there.
Aww. Well, we want you here, don't we, Fran?
Yeah.
Come on. We should all do something together today.
Yeah.
You have a date.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I'm supposed to meet someone. I can't. I promised someone I'd meet them at the mall today. I have to go.
Someone?
Damien.
You what? You ditched Ellen to go on a date with a Damon?
Virginia, it's okay. I'm okay. I don't need her to stay. Oh.
He's a monster.
And you're annoying. You don't even know him.
He treated you like dirt, like he always does.
That's because people like you that he has trouble trusting anyone. Please stop yelling.
Don't tell me you want her to go out with him.
It is not a date. He just wanted to show me a magical restaurant. To be nice.
He's taking you to the Glen, and you don't think that's a date? Hello, he's evil. He's a jerk and a cheater, and you shouldn't go anywhere near him. Why are the girls so stupid about boys?
You can't tell someone who they're allowed to be friends with.
Fine, whatever. Go then. Shoo. I guess I'd better go. I didn't see Damien in the shuttle van on the way over. I'm not sure if he's here somewhere already or if he isn't coming until later. Since we're supposed to be having dinner, we won't be meeting for a couple hours, so he has plenty of time. Why the hell did you hurry up and go? If you've got hours, you could have hung out with your friends first.
Oh my god.
I've never seen him here, actually. I don't see absolutely everyone in the mall, but of course, he's sort of hard to miss. But he can go to a place like this looking like he does. Can he? He said when he went to the Apple Festival, he had to disguise himself. If he's wearing an illusion, he could be right here, and I'd never know it. He could be anyone, a little boy, an old man, or a woman in a suit. Except, I don't think so. Looking at the people around me, somehow, I'm sure that none of them could be Damien. Even under the illusion, he would never slouch or shuffle like some ordinary teenager. He's a falcon to the core. That grace will always shine through. So, if he's not here, what should I do while I wait?
Hang out with your friends, magic store. I need to see how much I need.
What should I look at?
A furry set. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. I kind of want the bat wings.
I mean, that sounds cool too.
I really want the bat wings.
$120. Yeah. Mysterious wings can be clipped to the back of the robe to add a devilish air, but things wings are not real and will not allow you to fly. Weird plus 10, cost 120. It's not really beneficial.
Yes.
You can't afford that.
I'll see the furry set then.
Charmed ears and tail will not make you into an actual were creature, but they can help you express your animal nature. Strength plus 5, green plus 25. That's more beneficial.
Whoa, alright.
Cost 120.
But I don't want to be a furry. I don't know, man.
You can look at what some of the other stuff do.
What does a halo do?
A perfect circlet of gold, polished and enhanced with with spiritual energy to enhance one's aura of the other world. Plus 35 white magic.
Wow.
You're not even allowed to go to the other world.
Shh. What does a wand do?
Polished bit of wood, been charged with all the colors. Plus 2 red, plus 2 blue, plus 2 green, plus 2 black, plus 2 white.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm alright. I can just get that in class. What is Star Wand?
Adorable fairy godmother wand is charged with all magic colors, plus 5 of everything.
Oh, a wiggle wand.
While clearly contains magic, there's something odd about this wand with tentacles. Plus 3 red, plus 6 blue, plus 6 green, plus 5 black, plus 5 white, plus 5 weird. I'd say it's the superior of all the wands.
A tiara?
Sparkly crown to make you feel like royalty, plus 10 cute.
I don't want to be like a brat.
I don't know. This measuring device improves your understanding of the physical attributes of the world, which makes it easier to alter them. Plus 40 blue.
Whoa.
That'd be great.
Wowie.
That's what you should save up for.
I want the furry one.
Fine. That's up to you.
No. What does that one do? 50 something? 40? This one.
Plus 25 green.
But it does. What do the glasses do?
Adding an air of sophistication will make it easier to read fine print. Plus 5 smart.
That's dumb.
Yep.
Why have I not put that yet? Amulet.
A mystic crystal specifically prepared to hold and enhance energies of a spell. Plus 30 black magic.
Wow, these are all great. But I want one of these. The bat wings They don't do much.
They don't do anything but give you weird points.
They don't. What? Oh. Dang. But I want to match the love of my life, Damien.
Well, unfortunately, that would be a huge waste of money.
But the love of my life. Alright, I think I'm gonna save up for the furry. I don't really want to be a furry, but oh wow.
I finished my shopping.
Da-da-da-da.
Not that you did any. At the arranged time, I wait near the main entrance for Damien.
We've been in there for hours?
I guess. There he is. And looking just like he always does. None of that non-magical shoppers seem to notice. Well, Halloween was only last week. Hello, friend. Are you ready?
Did you really just ask that? You know where you're going.
Right?
Where are we going?
You'll see. It's not far, just across the parking lot.
I didn't see any restaurants over there. There.
It's hidden, of course. The easiest way to find it is to go with someone who's been before. Shall we? He offers me his arm, and with minor hesitation, I lay my hand on it. It's slightly embarrassing for a friendly outing, but I do need him to guide me, as if he can't just walk along next to you. And so, together, we leave the mall. When we reach the restaurant, I stop and stare. About the amount we spent just now. We're only halfway. Not quite what you were expecting?
Is that marked an hour and 30 minutes? It's so normal.
After passing the invisibility barriers, I was ready for anything, but this place could be any number of restaurants I've eaten at with my parents. The only obvious difference is the customers. Damien isn't the only one here with wings. There's a little figure at one of the tables who looks like a cross between a bird and a goblin. And across the way, I see Jacob sitting with two older men, one of whose hair is apparently on fire.
Wowie.
It's simpler to rely on standard suppliers and build something in keeping with the world. They save their energy for the food. In the other world, there are no limits. You can eat off floating platters in a crystal palace.
Have you been there?
I haven't graduated yet.
Being what you are, isn't it safe? Professor Potsdam said.
Let's have this conversation later.
Why is he blushing?
He's embarrassed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
No, I wanted to tell you, but I think we should order first. We sit at a booth and look around from a menu without seeing one. Then Damien takes the narrow cylinder from a vase at the center of the table, unrolls it, and hands it to me. A scroll. I look over the listings, but I have no idea what most of them are. They're not even all the same language, as far as I can tell. Well, would you like me to order for you?
Pick something at random.
That's what you want to go for?
Yeah.
Not grilled cheese or hamburger?
Pick something at random.
Trying to look like I know what I'm doing, I stab my finger at an entry on the scroll and show it to the waiter, who nods. Damien, on the other hand, rattles off a quick string of syllables that mean nothing to me. He catches my expression and smiles. My brave little horse.
That sounds so rude.
I know.
Well, you said it's a good restaurant, right? So I'm sure it will turn out.
A few minutes later, the appetizers arrive. Damien has a set of tiny eggs inside a nest of leaves, and I have a plate of very thin ham over a slice of orange fruit. Cantaloupe, I think. Together, they're salty and sweet and very nice, even if it's not like anything I've had before. A waitress comes by to clear the appetizer plates, and we wait for the main course.
That was an appetizer?
Yeah. So, I suppose it's time.
Time?
To tell you about where I come from. Please promise me you won't repeat this story to anyone else.
I promise.
It's not easy to talk about.
You don't have to if you really don't want to.
No, I know you. Being who you are, I don't believe that you'll judge me the same way. You don't have the same expectations because you weren't born into magic. Neither was I. Dun dun dun!
What? But you're...
Not human. But my parents are.
Huh? Science experiment gone wrong?
I'm a changeling?
You were swapped as a baby?
As far as I know. I don't exactly remember.
Of course you don't. You're blue. I think they'd sort of notice.
I didn't look like this until later. I grew up always believing that there was something wrong with me, that the face I saw in the mirror wasn't right, but I didn't know why. Oh, I imagined all sorts of things. Perhaps my parents weren't my parents. Perhaps I was a lost prince, and someday my real family would come and take me away and save me.
Okay.
I think every unhappy child imagines that. He sighs and brushes stray crumbs off the table, not meeting my eyes.
Aww. Did they come? Your birth family?
No, I've never seen them. I wish they had. Even if one's a demon, they couldn't be... Well, when I turned 13, I saw my true face for the first time. I was terrified. I had to learn to hide it and pretend to be normal even though I knew it was a lie. It was quite a shock when I came to Iris and everyone started demanding to know my bloodline. I couldn't tell them, and I didn't want to explain.
Why would they even ask? That's rude.
You see, that's why I could tell you this, because it doesn't matter to you. They want to know who I'm related to, so they know my status. There aren't that many all-magic families, and they're very proud of who they are. And when I wouldn't answer their questions because I couldn't, that made them think I had something to hide. Especially William.
William, back off!
His eyes flicked back and forth, and then suddenly he leans back in his seat and smiles. Before he can ask why, the waiter arrives and brings the main course. Bon appetit. The food is good, but my mind is too full of questions to really pay attention. There's obviously a lot more to the story, but for someone who has trouble trusting others, he's probably told me more than he wants to already. I don't want to push him by asking for more. At last, he looks up from his plate. Did you know that William was originally a falcon?
No. What?
We were hallmates at first, freshman year.
He never said that.
He probably didn't want to spoil his image by telling you what happened. Being kicked out of Falcon Hall was for starting a fist fight, doesn't sound very cool, does it?
A fight with you?
He lets out a shallow sigh. He kept trying to break into my room. He followed me around, but I wouldn't tell him anything. No. Let's talk about something else.
You're going to bring it up.
Yeah.
All right. Do you come here often?
Oh, occasionally, but not for a while. It's much nicer when you have someone to share it with. You'll like the dessert.
The dessert? There's only one?
Well, it's possible to request an extra if you're greedy, but I don't think it would be good for you.
Oh.
The dessert plate is provided to everyone gratuit. Even if you only came for coffee. It's part of the magical tradition of hospitality. No guest should go without.
That's nice.
He settles back in his seat and looks at me. Have you ever considered wearing some sort of ornament in your hair? Something that could really bring out the color of your eyes?
I don't know.
My hair brings out the color of my eyes. I'm a falcon. We like pretty things.
Pretty enough.
Last year, there was a senior in Butterfly Hall who wore golden circlet with an enormous flower on each side of her head that changed colors as the day went by. You should have seen her. She was beautiful. Dark hair like a waterfall. I poke absently at my plate and set my silverware down and allow the waiter to take it away.
I put my head down on the table.
A few minutes later, the dessert plate arrives.
Strawberries.
Look more closely.
Strawberries?
I look again. They're shaped like strawberries, but their surfaces are smooth and seedless, and slightly shiny, like candy.
Is that marzipan?
Marzipan.
Marzipan? I've heard the word, but I don't really know what it means.
My understanding is it's like an almond paste.
Ew.
Kind of like icing, but made of almonds. I think Kathy knows how to make it.
Ew. No.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
No, it's better. They're blown sugar glass. Careful, they're fragile. Put one in your mouth and suck gently.
Don't tell me how to eat my food. Okay.
I picked up a sugar berry and popped it into my mouth. For a moment, there was just vague sweetness as the sugar melts on my tongue. Then, all of a sudden, a burst of liquid flavor. Damien laughs at the surprise on my face. They're filled with strawberry juice. It's supposed to provide energy.
Why doesn't the sugar dissolve?
Magic!
Magic, magic, ooh, magic.
After finishing the strawberries, I do feel energized.
It went down like one.
We chat a bit more, and then Damien pays the bill, trying to hide the amount from my eyes. And then it's time to find the van and back to campus. All throughout, he's been a perfect gentleman, a friend. Not a hint of anything more.
Dang it.
What are you doing back here already?
Whoa there. Well, what do you mean?
Ouch.
What do you mean?
You mean you weren't on a date with Damien? Did you come to your senses?
Can you just, leave? Go sit down somewhere? I told you 100 times already. It was not a date. We just had dinner.
But didn't he? Ah!
Why are you beating your head against the wall?
I wanted to be on the date with Damien. Well, don't expect any sympathy from me tomorrow.
Why would I?
SARS!
What?
She stalks off into her room.
Shouldn't you be on SARS tomorrow?
What on earth is she talking about? I think she's trying to insinuate he gave you something.
Next week, let's save again.
Good idea. Okay. Flyers up in the halls, and I have informed us that there will be special assembly for all the freshmen this Thursday. No class activities can be scheduled for that day. What should I do this week? Well, we definitely want to start with a nap. Then what?
Why don't we... What did you say that we didn't have to do? Oh, that's on Thursday.
We're still lowest on our green, though.
Yeah, let's work on the green for 2 days.
What do you want to do on Friday?
That was black.
Oh. I don't know what happened.
Let's just work out on the last day.
Get our strength up.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleeping reduces stress.
Oh, wow. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ellen is in the room, systematically taking clothes out of her dresser, then putting them back in. Nerd.
What? What are you doing? Folding my clothes. Yes, but why are you unfolding them first? Because they're not folded properly. Okay.
Guess everyone has their quirks.
Yay. Success. Gain 3 green magic and 3 stress. Boost strength. Ooh, focuses the caster's life energy to temporarily increase physical strength. Success. Gain 1 green magic and 1 stress.
On Thursday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gym.
I'm gonna get ready. Alright. Good morning, my bright young things. Today's a special occasion for all of you. You're going to get a practice what you've learned and try out some spells on each other without pressure of a test or grades. That's really dangerous. This is an important lesson because in future exams you may come up against other cast spellers. You need to know how to use magic in combat and know how to avoid magic being used on you. Will everyone please team up in twos?
There's some jostling and shuffling around. Ellen and Virginia pair off. I end up standing by Virginia's brother, Donald.
Please pay attention before we begin. I want you to take turns casting spells on each other, at each other, and blocking them. This is not a battle, and you're not trying to defeat each other. Think of it like a game of catch. Yeah, catch is a blow to the face.
Right.
One of you is the pitcher, and one of you is the caster. You can only pitch when it's your turn, so defenders must only defend and not attack. Also, please don't interfere with any other pairs. That includes casting spells that tend to be messy. No fireballs or ice storms, please. Target only a partner. I will be on hand to deal with any injuries and accidents. If you hurt yourself, please call for help. I'll be right here. Have fun! Have fun destroying each other.
Fun. I turn to face my partner.
Ladies first! I'm not sure what to cast. I've never done this before. You can do a push spell, right? Sure, that's easy. Alright, then. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. I start to cast the spell, but
I start to cast a spell, but suddenly a wave of cold sweeps over my body and I can't move. That spell fizzles uncast.
Ha! I wasn't sure that would work. It'll wear off in a minute.
As he said, I unfreeze shortly, but my fingertips are still tingling and sore.
Alright, it's my turn now. Are you ready? I suppose.
1, 2, 3.
Those stress. I just think I said it. I don't have ideas. Wait, cast push. No, wait. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
You're defending yourself.
Is it okay if I cast push object? Or is that against the rules?
You'll probably get in trouble, but...
Alright, let's dodge.
As Donald prepares to cast a spell, I jump to the side.
What?
I don't feel anything. I guess he missed.
What do you call that? Thinking outside the box.
We work together for a while, trading spells back and forth. Then Donald holds up his hands and leans in close to whisper something. I hate you.
I've got a great idea. When I say go, you drop to the floor and cover your eyes. I'm going to cast a spell over your head.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Okay. Go.
On cue, I duck and cover. There's a whoosh noise and a burst of heat overhead, followed by screams.
Donald, what are you doing?
Oh, you're in trouble.
Well, your flaming dragon was very impressive.
Oh, I missed a fire dragon.
I did specifically tell you to avoid large spells. If poor Fred hadn't managed to get out of the way, you would have hurt her badly.
Like he cares.
This was very disappointing. You've always been so careful in your creativity. Why would you take such a risk? Defend him. Professor Potsdam, I wasn't actually in danger. He told me to get down and make sure I was out of the way before he cast it. You knew he was going to do it? Yes.
I knew he was going to do something and say this should get him out of trouble, right?
Well, I suppose that changed things slightly. I'm gonna get kicked out for sure. Detention for both of you then. What? It's only fair for both
Conspirators.
conspirators to suffer equally, and you did know that you shouldn't cast such large spells, but no damage since there was no real danger. Perhaps the two of you can use their time to come up with some more interesting way of showcasing your skills for the class. What? No? In front of the class?
No, she's saying perhaps you can use this time to come up with a better way to show people what you can do other than this.
Yes, ma'am. No problem. Try to be good now. Oh, crap, it went out of character. Jacob, put Miss Arage down.
She hurries off to deal with someone else. Luckily, there are no major accidents for the rest of the session.
I should have just stayed quiet.
Maybe you just shouldn't have defended him. But I don't know.
I don't know, that'd be really mean.
That'd be fucked up, yeah.
Taking gym failed.
Uh-oh.
Getting too stressed. How did you fail gym?
Oh, no.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Saturday morning, mail and allowances.
That's fast.
I get up to my detention.
I feel like we're going every day, every Saturday. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, you've been doing some things.
Miss Moon, Mr. Danson. Must I forever burdened with this nonsense? Since you are both being punished for the same offense, you will receive the same punishment.
He points to the tables where 2 very large glass jars filled with pebbles are sitting.
Oh, it's not bad. You will each take 1 jar. You will take out each pebble individually by hand. And you will place each pebble on the table, forming 2 separate stacks. After you have removed each pebble, you will write down the total number of pebbles that were in the jar. You will then return all of the pebbles to your jar by hand. I have ways of detecting whether or not each pebble has been touched. Do not attempt to shirk. Shirk? Don't you dare shirk! Do you understand? Sure. And if your count is off, or you attempt to pocket any of the pebbles, I will lock you in this room with no food or water until Monday. Get on with it.
He stalks out of the room, closing the door behind him.
What is the point of this? Boredom. That's all. Great. Sorry I got you into this. You didn't. It was my decision. I mean, it wouldn't have been right to let them think you were trying to hurt me when you weren't.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I knew I was gonna get busted for it, and I didn't warn you.
Yeah, that was douchey. If he knew he'd get in trouble, why did he do it? He wanted to spend time with us alone. That's what's happening right now.
Oh no!
Well, I'd better get to work.
Crap.
At the end of the day, I've counted and recounted 432 pebbles, and my neck hurts. But at least I get to leave.
Let's see. Fran? Yes? Do you like theater plays? I don't know. Why? Well, the drama club is doing
Medea.
Medea. What?
Alright, who knows?
Medea this week, and I kind of want to see it, but I don't want to go by myself. What? They don't know who Medea is? Are they thinking about...
I don't know, maybe it's a different Medea.
Like a medieval? Maybe that...
I don't know, dear.
What's Medea? Oh. Well,
It's a little different.
it's a classic Greek
Tragedy?
tragedy. It's about a witch whose lover betrays her and the terrible things she does for revenge.
Sounds great.
Yeah. That doesn't sound very nice.
Fran tripping.
That's why it's a tragedy. They're doing it Friday and Saturday night, and I think I'd rather go Friday. Is it free? No, it's... No!
Are you paying?
My $5! No, it's $5 for students. So, do you think you want to come? Whatever, what's $5 anyway? You know, just a week of hard work. Just $5, you know. Yeah, sure. Sure, alright. Thanks.
I'd better figure out what else I'm doing this week. Alright, what you want to do?
Let's take a nappy nap. Let's do black and blue. Good job. Let's study. And sleep again.
You won't need another sleep for a while.
Fine then. It's blue. Alright, there we go. Wow! Down to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da. Success. Gain 2 by magic and 2 stress. Detect charm. Detect objects which have been enchanted in the caster's current location. Success. Gain 2 blue magic skills and 2 stress. Farsight. Allow the caster nearby. No, don't I already have this?
The other one was unknown to make it become known. And now we can look at it. I'm getting ready for dinner when someone knocks on the door.
Hey. Hi guys, what's up? I wanna earn What?
Yeah?
No.
Why wouldn't you?
Merits are bad.
No. Merits are good.
I wanna earn some easy, but it says that merits are
You
bad.
have negative 30. You need to gain some so you can head for the positive. Don't you know how math works?
No.
Oh my God.
Doing what? Butchering and baking and candlestick making. I love his voice. I love it. Butching? That's not the right word. It could be. She's a horse.
What does butching even mean?
Have you ever been kicked by anyone? By one? What? What did you want me to do again? You already said, are you in or not?
I don't know what that is.
When? Right now? Okay. Fine. Lead on.
The boys lead me to a classroom with a stove set up at the back, normally used for potions making. There are several pots and a collection of metal cylinders on the floor nearby. They don't have lids, and they're not the right size for any pipe I know of. What are they?
There you are. Now you'll just... If you'll just hold still for a moment.
A wave of green magic rolls over me.
That should improve your resistance to heat and stop you from burning yourself too easily, of course. You'll still need to be careful. Especially you, Mr. Pfeffer. Pfeiffer. Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there you go.
You have an You have an instruction sheet here with all the steps, including the proportions for the dyes and fragrance oils. How much time?
Maybe about half an hour.
What? Do you have any questions? We're cool. Alright, I'm going out for a while, but I'll be back shortly to keep an eye on things. Don't worry, I won't interfere. I might even bring my knitting.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
She walks out, leaving me and the two boys, who obviously haven't told me everything.
What are we doing here? Making candles. It's for the fundraiser thing.
What about the butching?
What fundraiser thing? The school sells stuff at the mall to raise money. Okay. Oh. So she's still not mad at you about last week then? Who? Potsdam? Nah, she was never really mad. She loves me. If she loves you so much, why doesn't she marry you? What? She's an old lady, you goon. She's not that old, but too old for you, I'm sure. And we shouldn't talk like this in case she comes back. Right, candles. So how does this work? Or how does it work? Set up the wick, melt the wax, pour it in, and cool it down. Easy. What?
That's pretty much how you make a candle.
What? You can cast a seal spell, right? No. Alright, you run the wax and Luke can do the wicks. Sure. Okay, the wax is set up in a double boiler. Make sure there's always water in there and keep an eye on the temperature. If the wax gets too hot, it'll explode. It's gonna explode. Explode? That's why Potsdam heat-proofed us. Just to keep an eye on it. As long as you're watching, we'll have to catch it if it starts going wrong. When the wax chunks are melted down, mix in the oil and the color. Then stir it with a wooden spoon. Wouldn't the wooden spoon melt?
No, it's not that hot. And wood doesn't melt.
Oh wait, yeah, burns. I'm such an idiot. I just Have you done this before? No, I read the directions. It's not that hard. Once a pot is ready, you can pour it into the molds. What are you gonna do while we're working? I get the hard part. You'll see. Working
together, Luke and I assemble and fill candle molds.
Alright, stand back. Here I go.
I can feel the magic in the air, but I'm not sure what he's doing.
What is that?
I was about to say, is he going to help, or he's just letting us do it all?
Shh, hang on.
He's still casting it? Okay. This is a tougher spell than usual. A minute later, he relaxes.
There you go. You can cut off the ends now.
I look inside the mold. Not only has the wax cooled, but it's shrunk away from the sides of the mold completely evenly.
You can cool it all.
You
can't cool it all at once, or it'll collapse. And if you leave it to cool on its own, it sinks full of holes. So it's tricky.
I don't know why. What kind of shitty wax are y'all using?
Could you just shape the wax around the wick in the first place without melting it? It wouldn't work afterwards. It wouldn't blend right.
And so we produced a nice set of candles. None of the steps are terribly difficult, and done over and over, it's tiring.
Wonderful work, Ducklings. Why does she call it that?
I don't know. Ooh.
10 marriage for each of you.
Good job. Yay. A job well done.
Yay. Studying success, gain 1 smart and 2 stress. Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Success, gain 1 blue magic skill and 1 stress.
Time to blow your money. Ellen and I meet outside the gym. There are a lot of people here, not just students, but ordinary people and families who must have driven up here to see the play. After we buy our tickets, we can go inside. Folding chairs have been set up in rows across the gym's floor, facing the stage. Behind the stage, a giant backdrop painting hangs on the wall, displaying marble pillars and steps to suggest a fantasy ancient Greece.
Wow, that looks nice.
At least it looks like a painting. It's probably an illusion. That's got to be a lot easier than having to paint something so huge. We find a place to sit without anyone too tall in front of us. After a while, the show begins. It was every bit as tragic as Ellen suggested, and bloody, too. Nice special effects, though.
Can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yeah. This is the place, not the cuss word.
Isn't that Shakespeare? No, it was someone else. Cosgrove, I think, from the Morning Bride. So, what's that one about? Another story of murder and revenge? Sort of. It's complicated. Let me see if I can remember. The rebel leader kidnaps a princess, and then they fall in love and get secretly married. But then there's a shipwreck, and she's washed up alone and rescued by her father, the king. So the king wants to marry her off to his ally, and she doesn't dare tell him she's already married to his enemy, and she thinks the rebel fellow is dead anyway. Only he's not, because he's washed up somewhere else and rescued by a queen who falls in love with him. But the king falls in love with the queen, but they're enemies. So everyone loves someone who loves someone else, and they all try to murder the people that think that have betrayed them. And then they feel guilty and try to change their minds.
Sounds complicated.
Only it's too late because the plots are already in motion, so they all end up killed by their own assassins.
Ah.
So the moral is, I guess the revenge is dangerous. Or else it don't change your mind.
Right?
Even if a man treated me like Jason, I would never do what Medea did.
Girl, you just wait.
Well, of course you wouldn't do that.
But if someone I loved betrayed me...
I'd want to forget. Being betrayed is terrible, but trying to get revenge would only make things worse. It wouldn't fix anything that had already happened. You just make more people unhappy. The only way to make things better is to forget you ever loved them and move on. And eventually it won't hurt anyone. Okay, I don't know anything about love, but I don't think you can really ever get over someone's, your feelings.
It's complicated.
I don't know. Eventually.
Generally, your feelings, they don't go away. They morph into something else.
Anyway, thanks for coming with me. It's been my fun to listen to. No problem. Where's my name?
On Saturday morning, the ball and mail and allowances are delivered.
I could be at 60.
What should I do today?
I could be at 65 right now. Why don't we go study like a good child?
The library is fairly quiet, but familiar faces are still present.
Stay with Minnie. With your friends.
Minnie helps me out with my red magic. Red magic and smarts increase by 1, stress increase by 4.
Minnie!
Damn.
Next week.
Early on Monday, all freshmen are called together.
Good morning, Buttercups. The Thanksgiving break begins this week after classes on Tuesday. There will be no further scheduled activities until Monday, the 2nd of December. If you are staying through the break, the library will be open and meals will be served at the regular times, as well as the feast on Thursday and some organized activities. If you are leaving you need to leave before tomorrow evening and you haven't already made arrangements, please talk to me after assembly. And there's one more thing. For those of you who are Wild Seed, if you're leaving, this will be your first time away from the comfort and protection of Irish Academy. You are witches and wizards, and people around you out there are not. The choice that you made 3 years ago still stands. You must not reveal our secret to the outside world. You must not discuss or display magic in front of anyone who is not one of us. Not your old friends, not your families, no one. If you betray our trust, you will not be allowed to return. And we would miss you. Now, I'm sure you have a busy week ahead of you. So I'll let you get on with your schedules.
Right. What shall we do for our 2 days?
Sleep.
Nah, we're okay. We're going to go on vacation here in a minute.
Everything looks pretty good.
Well, we need to...
I guess I'll do green and black.
Green and black seem to be your favorites.
Probably because Mrs. Potsdam is there.
Oh!
What?
Oh.
Are these Mrs. Potsdam classes?
I think that one was.
Great. Success. Da-da-da-da. If I may have your attention, please. Take a hold of each other's hands and close your eyes. We give you thanks to the parents who created us and the friends who helped us grow, to the earth which nurtures us, and the other worlds who inspire us. For what we have been given, and for what we have to give, for those who have taken us in when we are in need, for forgiveness and for the hope of renewal. May our tributes bring joy, and may no call go unanswered to this Thanksgiving season. So may it be.
Hands pull away from mine as other students echo her words.
Have a very happy holiday! Oh my God.
Well, now I can hang up my cape, find my parents, and be on my way. School will be waiting for me when I get back.
But I thought...
Vacation. There went your stress. Alright. We're going to end this episode here. It's a good time. We'll start back in the second half of the school year when we come back from vacation. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.